How's it going, guys? I happen to have a little bit of a later game just because I didn't really know what I wanted to upload, so I was looking through my files like, I don't know what this is. This is against that one guy from streams, and I was like, is it really? Is this guy's name really that one guy from streams? And I remembered the game a little bit more, and I was like, yeah, you know what it is. That was actually his name on Twitch TV. I was like, okay, whatever, I'll plug it in. It turned out to be an actually decent UU match with an interesting talking point somewhat near the middle end that I will bring up when we get to it, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really know what was going on with this team, but the instant I saw Tornadus and Kingdra, that should have been a red flag to me that this was a manual rain team, but I didn't really see anything that under normal circumstances is a manual rain user outside of Kingdra. Or I don't know, in extremely rare circumstances, Swampert. I don't know why I wasn't expecting Sableye to be the rain user, but fucking whatever. Lead off with Melodic. Have no reason to be in here whatsoever. He's more than likely going to end up taunting me to prevent himself from getting toxic, or he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp or some kind of status condition. I guess Darmanitan doesn't care too much about being toxic. It gives no shits about being Will-O-Wisp, though. So he ends up going for a taunt there. The smarter thing to do right here would have been to just U-turn out into my Shaman. I don't know why I played it so aggressively on turn 2 and just ended up going for the Flare Blitz. I guess this is just to fuel my own curiosity and see how much a Choice Banded Flare Blitz is going to do to a Swampert. And it actually does a pretty good amount. It doesn't do like a solid 2-hit KO, but it's still pretty good. It's just like, fuck your shit regardless, but I still don't want to stay in on it. Although it is really likely that it's going to set up the Stealth Rocks, this is a perfectly good Darmanitan, and I have a perfectly good Shaman, you know, ready to take on an Earthquake or a Waterfall or that kind of thing. The switch is really obvious. He could have gone for the Ice Beam, but rocks are rocks. You know, I don't have a spinner on this team, so the sooner he gets him up, the safer. So that's a valid play too. Not going to knock it or anything. And the one thing I will knock right now, he just lets this thing die right here for no good reason whatsoever. Just bam, fucking Seed Flare to the face. I don't know what he was expecting, but just dies, whatever. It kind of works out for him. But end up taking that thing out. He what the hell happened with that last sentence? I have no idea. But he learns that I'm Life Orb, and because of that, he's gonna go into his Sableye, which is going to proceed to be an annoying little shit. Here is where like my jaw just hit the ground, and I had trouble like finding it. It rolled under the desk, you know, collected some lint, some shit like that. I don't know. I wasn't expecting Rain Dance or like Damp Rock or that kind of thing. Then again, I actually hadn't hit it, so I didn't know it didn't have leftovers. Misses Seed Flare right there too. It might not seem too crucial because, you know, Sableye's got the whole recover thing and everything, but if you remember Seed Flare and its secondary effect, it's got a 40% chance to drop the special defense, meaning that had I hit the one on the prior turn, probably would have coaxed him to go for the recover instead of the Will-O-Wisp, or just switch out entirely, and I would not be sitting here taking Life Orb and burn damage, and I potentially could have taken out with the next one. All these what-ifs happening in one turn, I say that like they're almost the given things because, like, you can talk about Scald Burns and like actually getting the Scald Burn because it's 30%. This is a little bit more sure, although you have a little bit more odds of missing, you know what I'm saying? There's that kind of thing. Fucking numbers, how do they work? Okay, here he makes a very good play, as a matter of fact. Actually expects me to go for the rest. Didn't think this set was really that popular, but he got me. He popped me good on that one. Probably should have just killed him off on that one. I think he switches out into Tornadus on this one. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to go for Seed Flare anyway. If I can get the special defense drop on something, that would be great because I can act accordingly. If I got the special defense drop on this, I would just go into Zoroark and just knock it out with a Dark Pulse, that kind of thing. Otherwise, if I don't, I'll probably have to reveal that I have HP Ice, and yeah, I don't really like doing that. But he just ends up popping me with a Hurricane. I looked at my team and was like, does anything really want to take a Hurricane? Rhyperior does resist it, but this on the special defensive side, it's not fantastic. Plus, he could just hit me with probably, I honestly have no doubt in my mind that a Hurricane would probably be like a 2 to 3 hit KO just on this thing. I don't know. And I go into it. I'm using quotations, you guys can't see that right now, but Rhyperior is not going to be using the hidden power, you know what I'm saying? So it's not going to outspeed a Tornadus either. That's my Scarf Zoroark. Also, the red flag for him was that I took neutral damage from Stealth Rocks as opposed to half damage. That's a lot. That's a lot for Stealth Rocks for a Rhyperior, so just ended up going for the HP Ice and taking him out because I didn't get the special defense drop. Otherwise, I would have just like locked myself in on Dark Pulse and just kept going from there. But he would have known that I was Scarfed and probably would have gone out to Virizion instead of Sableye. So I don't know why I'm talking about this when he still has both of these. Whatever. So goes for the recover on that turn. I knew I had a relatively safe switch into Darmanitan at that point, and I think he ends up going for a Rain Dance, expecting me to go for the Flare Blitz and possibly live it. No, sir. I am onto your game. I've seen Rain Dance. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I go for an Earthquake right here. And although it's not stab or anything like that, it still manages to take him out, so it's not bad. Outside of this, I haven't seen anything else that will probably Rain Dance on me, so I was like, fuck it, whatever. So Kingdra comes in. This kind of scares me. Now, I didn't know shit about this Kingdra until after the game. During the game, I was kind of like weirded out as to why my Ice Beam was doing so little. You'll see that in a couple turns. Also, he misses a Hydro Pump here. This is, I would kind of say I'd call that even for missing the Seed Flare. Kind of, sort of, because I could just recover it off, and his hidden power isn't really doing too much to a Melodic. I don't know if it's electric or grass. I really don't care. But you can see by the action replay code right now that has his HP number on. By the way, I feel the need to clarify that I don't turn this on during battles because that shit's not kosher. But look at how much that Ice Beam does. To a standard Kingdra that has a little bit less HP, yeah, I was under the impression that this thing was just, I don't know, that this Melodic just really sucked, and I just started underestimating Melodic right there. But he switches out into this thing on my recover, very well predicted on that one, and I actually do not feel like taking a Relic Song or anything of the sort, so I'm going to switch out into my Pier. This was a fatal mistake on my behalf, and I will tell you why. Melodic is also a physically defensive thing. I went into Rhyperior just for the fucking resistance, and, you know, yeah. The thing is Relic Song has a chance to put you to sleep. I'm saying this because he actually gets it, and that's a little annoying. It does a lot, too, which kind of surprises me, but he is Life Orb. I don't know if he's Jolly or Naive or something silly like that. Some mixed set, because that really did a lot to a Rhyperior. I don't know, but he gets a 20% on the sleep. Had I stayed in with Melodic, I would have been able to take a Relic Song, no problem, and then I would have been able to take a, I don't know about taking a close combat, but I was at full HP. Plus, if he did put me to sleep, my Marvel Scale would have activated, which would have let me take him a lot better. And now Rhyperior just didn't do anything except provided Disguise for Zoroark, so, whatever. The Malouetta is at -1 defense, which is good to keep in mind. But now I have to go into Melodic. At least I can go into it safely, so there's a silver lining to this. Otherwise, shitty situation. Get to go for a Surf here. Keep in mind that his Rain is still up. He does get the -2 on the close combat, I believe, but I don't know why I have Surf on this thing, to be honest. I think this is just a really outdated set. But Surf's been working for me. I think I have Toxic on this set too, which probably explains why I have Surf, because trying to fish for 2 conditions, little silly, but whatever. So Surf takes him out because he's -2 and it's in the rain, whatnot. There you go. Now I think it's the next couple turns that I kind of feel the need to talk about. He's still got 1 poke line in the wings that is actually going to prove to be a fairly huge threat in the form of, is this what I think it is? Yes, it's Virizion. Virizion makes me shit my pants right now, because all I have is a Melodic. I have a Cobalion that I don't want to switch in. I have a Darmanitan, which I'm going to use potentially as switch fodder right now. If he wants to predict it and go for the close combat, that's fine. I really don't give 2 shits about it. He just ends up going for the Leaf Blade, the fairly obvious, fairly safe move. Dasku, it's not going to kill me, but it'll kill me off on the next turn. So at least the rain stopped. That's cool. I don't remember if he still, I think he still has Kingdra left, as a matter of fact. So that's kind of cool. I don't think anything outside of his Kingdra is going to have rain. So I don't know what I'm saying right now. Hi, there's a battle on the screen. I kind of just, okay, no, here we go. So fucking hashtag comes on the screen right now, and I lose the first speed tie. Kind of sucks. If he was Life Orb, he would have been able to take me out. I don't think he's Life Orb. Now, the reason I went for Iron Head right here is because if I went first and I went for close combat, I know that my defense drop would have not let me live that hit, which is why I'm going for an Iron Head right now, because I know it'll still do a good amount. And I was honestly really hoping I could win this next speed tie, because he does switch up moves. That means the best thing he can be is like Jolly. So I'm Jolly 2 with the 31 and the 252 and the speed and everything, and he gets a crit on the second one just to put salt in the wound. It did not matter at all, but he does win both speed ties. That that's kind of raining on my parade, you know, just to pardon the pun for the rest of the game, whatever. Gotta bring in my Xerneltal right here, and I had an interesting decision here. Do I go for the Dark Pulse or do I go for the HP Ice? He was -2. I didn't know whether or not that was gonna kill him, but honestly, I should have gone for the Dark Pulse anyways, because I know Melodic would definitely be able to take on a Kingdra, but not a Virizion. So, had I gone for the Dark Pulse right here, would have been stabbed, it would have done a way higher amount of damage than that. Since I'm Scarfed and the rain is definitely not up, I could have just, you know, gone for another Dark Pulse again, taken him out. Would have gone for a Dark Pulse on the Virizion, and then he probably would have just popped me with that. What the hell else did I have left? Then I'm kind of at a weird situation. Actually, no, I could have just switched out to Melodic to die immediately after that. Once the Virizion came in, he would have either Leaf Bladed or Close Combated. If he Close Combated, then I would have been able to take him out with an HP Ice. Is this making sense? Like, this is just 2 pokes versus 2 pokes. And I was thinking about this so hard, like, during the game. It was really silly. But right here, I go for an HP Ice, thinking that I'll get a nice enough damage roll to be able to take him out, and then if he, I don't know, if he missed a Draco Meteor or some shit like that, it would have been good to go. But he just ends up taking me out, and that's the game. So I really should have played on the safer side and just gone for Dark Pulse just because it was my stab. I was kind of scared. Actually, no, that was not the safer side, because if he lived it, he would have been justified. He wouldn't have kicked my ass. But I just ended up playing too safe on that one. I didn't have a damage calc. That kind of shit. Do those like last 7 turns, 7, 8 turns make sense though? Because I was thinking about them a lot. I don't know. Anyway, that was a game. My head kind of hurts a little bit. Not because of fucking thinking. I don't know. I think I'm coming down with something, to be honest. But that was a UU match. I actually kind of enjoyed it though. It was a 1-0 in his favor. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, you are more than welcome to leave a like rating, comment, and subscribe, and do whatever you do. Oh, TCGO pack opening tomorrow. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to upload a TCGO video outside of that or not, but it's a pretty decent length video, so you guys should be good to go with that. Battle video on Friday. I don't know about LPs or anything like that. Still thinking about it. I don't know. They just haven't been too good on this channel lately, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, see you guys later, I guess. Yeah, bye.